This is Bruce Whipple from brucewhipple.com, and a little podcast today about time. The other day, I was looking at my Facebook post. Yeah, I know that's a questionable activity in and of itself. And I saw a obituary of a woman who was 69 years old and had died. That woman I saw about 2.5 weeks ago as she was going into the post office. And she said her back was killing her. And I said, yeah, it heals up, some ibuprofen, right? And she said, I guess. And into the post office she went. That was about all. I held the door for her going in and going out. She got back in her vehicle and off she went. So what I saw yesterday on my Facebook post, or thread anyway, was her obituary, and talked about how she had died very, very quickly after I had seen her, just about a week and a half. So that must have also been the day that she went to the doctor, was diagnosed with cancer, which, now that I think about it, probably spread to her back, and she died 11 days later. Okay. So my not-so-happy holiday message does have a point that I think is worth thinking about. And that is, none of us know how much time we have. And we've talked a lot about how you prioritize things, doing the most important things first. That's for you to determine. If you're doing an acquisition program, we've talked about how to prioritize the activities that will get you bored the most quickly, get you the professionals, end up getting you financial institutions, and ultimately leading to getting acquisition targets. And to prioritize the activities that do those things, if that is your highest priority, first thing in the day, and make it an activity that gets done. And the more of that you do, the more results you will have, and the more successful you will typically be. But that was a very good reminder to me that we do not know what the future holds, and we don't know how much time there is. All of us, and particularly those that are young, think that you've got all kinds of time. I look back on the pictures of me and when I first started on this in 1993, and some people have said that I look the same. I do not look the same. And that's a long, long time ago. So that time flies by. So I would again suggest that you write out your obituary, write out the things you want to do, write your life story, and then take that obituary and then back that up with the activities which would lead you to those things. And a lot of times what you're going to find is that most people do not spend as much time planning their life as they do planning a 2-week vacation. I saw a post from Elon Musk about that same time that said, some people say I'm lucky. 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks of the year, and I forget how many years he had been doing that. Well, that certainly, those activities are his highest priority. Did other things get squeezed out of that? Absolutely they did. But he made some choices on what he wanted to accomplish. He set that out in front of him, and then he worked it probably to the exclusion of most other things, and ultimately, at least when you're listening to this, presumably it's still the same, is the richest person on the planet. That doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen without focus, activity, and sacrifice. What is the pay price to action? What are you willing to give up and pay for the success you think you own? So I hope that gives some reason to do things more quickly. For me, it did, and I hope it does for you as well.